Now on CoastTV News.
Delaware insurance issues. The state is admitting there are problems with the unemployment payment program while not stating what exactly those issues are. And student seat on board, that is what is being debated for Wicomico County's Board of Education today in Annapolis.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Weber and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. New this morning, a former Sussex Central High School principal is facing several charges, including official misconduct and theft related to falsified payments made to a staff member. State investigators say Judith Brighamham arranged improper overtime and mileage payments for a paraprofessional who was identified as being in a relationship with her. Officials say Brittingham submitted false paperwork which claimed 159 false overtime shifts, resulting in over $15,000 in undue overtime pay. Brittingham replaced former principal Bradley Layfield, who was let go for showing fight surveillance video to staff. And another dead whale was found in Delaware waters on Monday, according to the Murr Institute. Members of the response team were able to secure a line to that deceased whale. Murr says it will be towed later this week. And due to a water leak, students at Sussex Academy Middle School and High School will be doing remote learning today. The school says the aquatic center is also closed, but the elementary school is open and running on time. And we are now taking a live look outside at Milford, and our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trahey, is going to join us. Bob, we had storms last night, rain this morning, clear skies. It's what's looking like out there right now.
Exactly, Elisa. Boy, the weather's been changing a lot. Beautiful now, but of course we had that rain last night, and it was a soaker. Here's our radar replay. Over an inch of rain in many places, even a tornado warning yesterday evening. Nothing's been confirmed. No damage across the area at all. It was just a soaking rain. We are looking at clear skies, or mainly sunny skies right now. Just a few clouds out there as a cold front this morning moved on through, sweeping all the rain offshore. Now it's a chilly northwesterly flow. We'll see the sunshine this afternoon, but it's going to be cold as we're seeing this northwest flow around high pressure. And temperatures have only warmed a little bit from this morning's lows. 49 Indian River Inlet, 48 in Rehoboth, 51 in Georgetown and Milton, and Delmarva 51 as the winds are gusty right now. In fact, gusting up to 26 Indian River Inlet, 23 in Salisbury, 21 in Georgetown, making it feel even colder than the actual temperature. So this afternoon, temperatures do warm into the upper 50s, I think, by about 2 p.m. But feeling cooler with the wind, and especially at the beaches, and then some places close to 60 by about 4 o'clock. Then the winds do start to diminish as we go into the evening hours, and it will cool off, and there is a potential for maybe spotty frost through the overnight into tomorrow morning. More on that. I'll have the latest rainfall totals from last night and talk about more rain in the forecast for the end of the week. That's coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. And we have seen dangerous, in fact, deadly storms this time of year. Today marks the 2-year anniversary of a tornado that ripped through western Sussex County. It would end up being confirmed as an EF3 tornado, and that tornado leveled a 120-year-old home along Tucker's Road in Greenwood. Inside was 77-year-old Dan Vowell, who had died during the impact. Vowell was the first person to die from a Delaware tornado in 40 years. The National Weather Service said that tornado was 14.3 miles long, with peak winds of 140 miles per hour. And there's effort in Ocean City to lower the number of accidents involving bicycles. In 2024, there were 24 of those types of accidents, and that's the most there's been in the town for over 4 years. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee has plans to make sure people are aware of cyclists on the road. Some of those options include adding red paint bike markings on Coastal Highway, paying for over 500 LED blinking lights for bicyclists, and some people living in Ocean City see the benefits of these plans.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think it could really help the safety of all the bicyclists.
And the committee will discuss these proposed changes at the next Ocean City Council meeting. And developing news out of Delaware state government. In a statement, Governor Matt Meyer and the Department of Labor explained that there are long-standing issues with the state's unemployment insurance program. They say recent audits have pointed out ongoing problems with the system's finances and operations. However, it is a bit of a mystery. No details over what these issues are was given. Both Meyer and Secretary of Labor say steps are being taken to bring the department into full compliance with both state and federal standards. And happening today in Annapolis, more debate on a bill that, if approved in the Maryland General Assembly, could change the makeup of the Wicomico County Board of Education. At least one student would be added to the board, and these students would be from 11th or 12th grade who are in good standing. The student position would just be an advisory role and not have the ability to vote on a policy. The bill has already been approved by the House of Delegates, and today it will get a hearing in the Senate's Education, Energy, and Environment Committee. And we are now taking a live look outside at our nation's capital. President Donald Trump says he plans to announce broad reciprocal tariffs tomorrow. The president is also eyeing up some key events this week. As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, that includes special elections that are taking place today.
Today, as the nation barrels toward President Trump's most sprawling tariff plans yet against all U.S. trading partners.
Whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were.
Businesses across the country worry how taxing their imported materials and ingredients will drive up prices for American consumers. From car dealerships,
we are already bumping into affordability issues with the cost of interest rates right now.
To distilleries.
We as a manufacturer, there's a lot of times where you have products that you can't really get in America.
And bridal shops.
Some designers have already sent us tariff costs, and some have decided to hold off.
Amid the uncertainty, elections in 2 states today could offer a glimpse of public opinion on the president's agenda so far. In Wisconsin, Trump advisor Elon Musk has poured millions into a state Supreme Court race.
He's buying it. He's trying to buy the election.
That could lead to redrawing the key battlegrounds' congressional maps.
There are other races, that might be swayed by what we decide here too. So we need to keep fighting.
While in Florida, special elections decide who fills 2 congressional seats left vacant by Trump appointees, with Republicans eager to protect their razor-thin House majority. Some are voicing concerns over the Trump trade war's economic impact.
It should be a level playing field. But I think in the end, a trade war doesn't help anybody.
The White House short on details so far about how much each country will be taxed in this newest round and on which products, promising answers in a Rose Garden event tomorrow. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Coming up after the break, Beach Patrol Progress, the updated look at the building in Rehoboth Beach and how soon you can be using those facilities. On your screen right now is the progress of the new Rehoboth Beach Patrol headquarters. As you can see, it is nearing completion. According to the city, the multi-million-dollar project is expected to be completed by May 16th. The upgraded building will feature public restrooms and a welcoming space for visitors. And happening today, the 16th annual Lewis Tulip Celebration begins. It's important to note organizers say they think that peak bloom will be between April 10th through the 17th due to this year's colder weather. They are expected to have 31,000 tulips and 5,000 other spring bulbs and will be displayed across several locations. That celebration runs through April 20th.
We're seeing all the pretty flowers this time of year, seeing a lot of gorgeous daffodils, and seeing a lot of whitecaps right now. The FH Fur Cam in Cambridge for good reason. Very strong winds, 48 degrees, only warming into the mid-50s as we are drying out after last night's soaking rain. Looking cooler the next couple of days, and then a warmer end to the week with showers possible. Looks like those could linger into the weekend. Congratulations to Ben from Lewis on winning a new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break. We've seen a lot of weather changes in the past 24 hours. We had all that rain last night, even a tornado warning for Sussex County during the course of the evening hours. Nothing in the way of a tornado or any storm damage whatsoever. And now behind a cold front, it's breezy, it's chilly, 53 in Ocean View on the Gutter Helmet Cam, and will only warm a few more degrees into the mid-50s this afternoon. But a drought easing rain is what we picked up last night. Great to see this. The highest was 1.62 inches in Seaford, and then a little less than an inch and a half in Bridgeville. Allendale 1.38 inches, Lewis 1.37. Georgetown picked up 1.19 inches of rain, in Slaughter Beach a little bit over an inch for you, and the list goes on. Millsboro just shy of an inch of rain. The same for Delmar. Bethany Beach 8700ths, Dagsboro 8600ths, 8100ths in Rehoboth, and IR Inlet 65. So it'll be interesting to see that drought monitor on Thursday to see if we have gone even lower and less drought washout conditions, and I think we have. And we've got more rain on the way. I think as we go into Thursday night, into Friday, widely scattered to scattered showers, and I think some of those rain chances will linger into the weekend, maybe a little bit on Saturday, and then again later Sunday, a better chance then. But it will not be a washout for your weekend plans. Temperatures slowly rising. They're pretty chilly right now. 50 in Salisbury, Ocean City, and Indian River Inlet. 51 in Georgetown, Milton, 51 in Philly. Much colder with the winds that are gusting 23 miles per hour in Salisbury, 24 in Ocean City, 27 IR Inlet, 22 in Millsboro. These winds have come down a little bit from this morning where they were gusting 30 miles per hour, and I think they'll still come down into the afternoon. Here's a radar replay of all that rain that moved through last night, and right now it's much different. We're seeing lots of blue skies, we'll call it sunny skies, just a few little clouds out there as the rain is now well offshore along with the cold front as we're into a northwesterly flow. It's chilly as high pressure is building in from the west, but as that high settles over us tonight, the winds go light. It's possible some inland areas could see a little bit of frost, so protect your plants. We're looking at temperatures rising into the mid-50s by the noon hour. The winds do back off as we go into the afternoon, around 58 in Millsboro and Delmarva and Selbyville. A little cooler at the beaches, and then as we go later into the afternoon, maybe close to 60, some inland spots, but a little cooler at the coast. Then through the overnight, the winds go calm, at least inland areas. Easterly breeze at the coast will keep you a little milder. By tomorrow morning, I think some inland spots into the upper 30s. Otherwise, we're looking at temperatures into the 40s. And an onshore flow keeps us chilly tomorrow with 40s at the coast and mainly mid-50s inland. And then those winds pick up out of the southeast as we go into the evening hours. But they're northwesterly this afternoon, and they will start to diminish as we go into the evening hours and then shift more onshore as we go into Wednesday, keeping you cooler at the beaches. And then as we go into Friday, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies. We're going to have a stationary boundary to our north, and that's going to be close enough to trigger some showers every once in a while, Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday as well. Does not look like a washout for your plans, but looks like, well, we'll call it kind of a murky weekend. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 57 this afternoon, mostly sunny. Feeling colder with the wind, 38 tomorrow morning. Protect your plants. 56 Wednesday, 78 Thursday, and then 70s Friday with showers. Some of those showers linger into the weekend. A little cooler on Saturday with showers. Cloudy and mild Sunday, and then a few more showers on Monday and a high of 65.
Thank you, Bob. And here's a look at what's coming up this afternoon at 4 on Coast Life.
Well, we hope you're having a good day so far here along coastal Delmarva, but a way to make it a little bit brighter to see what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. Of course, we're ready for that spring weather. No matter how you're stepping into it, you want to do it in style with our friends at Vernon Powell.
Plus, we're going to have a heated debate. It's a big one this week, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet versus salty, which is better? I have thoughts. So does Leah.
Yes, I do, and I'm standing my ground on those thoughts. We're also, speaking of snacks, going to stop by a great restaurant, Forgotten 50 in Berlin, to see what's cooking there. All that fun and more is coming up today at 4 on Coast Life.
This plot of land on your screen is the latest that is targeting for development in Lewis. It is where the proposed Overfall Preserve site is located off of Savannah Road. The city's planning commission is recommending a traffic study be done before any construction starts on that site. Monday night, CoastTV went to Lewis to learn about how people are feeling about these plans, and there we heard mixed opinions.
Let the growth happen, but be relaxed about it. And if you think traffic's bad here, go to New York or Washington or Los Angeles. It's not that bad here.
This is a victim of its own success in that real estate is appreciating very much, which then causes people to say, oh, I want to build here, or I want to build a house here because it will naturally appreciate. The fact of the matter is you can go many places.
And we reached out to the developers of that project but did not hear back. And according to the City Council, any other public comments can be mailed to the city through April 11th at 4 p.m. And coming up after the break, Seaford debates business development. We'll show you the concerns over the project as its mayor says it would bring in more business. One Sussex County city could eventually be home to a new business park and sports complex. The Seaford Mayor and City Council recently approved preliminary site plans for the 1.3 million square foot attraction. It will be built on the north side of the city along Route 13. Mayor Matt McCoy says he believes the project would bring jobs and opportunity for youth in the area. Some neighbors are lending their support to the proposal, but others say they have concerns.
I think the idea of having an area where kids can go now and play potentially, have athletic facilities. I think that gives them that ability to do that. So it'd be great.
Oftentimes the idea is a lot better than the execution. So things get really, really hyped up and promises are made, but then those promises are not kept.
McCoy says planning for the project is still in the early stages. Developers say the final approval from DelDOT, that project would take 5 to 10 years to complete. They say it would cost $125 to $150 million in Seaford.
We're seeing choppy conditions on the waterways thanks to the strong wind. Some whitecaps on the Cambridge Cam right now, 50 degrees and warming up a couple more degrees into this afternoon as it's drying out from last night's soaking rain. Cooler the next couple of days and then a warmer end to the week with increasing showers, unfortunately, lingering into the weekend. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next. A chilly afternoon on the way despite lots of sunshine and feeling colder with the wind. We're warming into the upper 50s away from the coast, a little cooler at the beaches. And those winds that are gusty now will start to subside as we go into the evening hours. Clear skies overnight. I think we're dipping into the upper 30s away from the coast tomorrow morning, so protect those tender plants. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 56 on Wednesday. Then we jump up to 78 on Thursday. Could see some showers on Friday, 72. It looks like it remains unsettled into the weekend. Maybe a little bit of rain Saturday, 64, 73 on Sunday. Looks like a few more spring showers by next Monday with up and down temperatures as we go into next week.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.